Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that tensions between Brooke and Steffy will escalate significantly, especially when Brooke begins to take more aggressive action against Finn's wife. True to her character, Brooke is not afraid to make direct and pointed criticisms of Steffy and makes clear her displeasure with the way Steffy is affecting her daughter's life. Brooke initially decides to approach Steffy's husband, Finn, to express her concerns. Not just superficial concerns, but deep suspicions about Steffy's motives. Brooke makes no secret of her distrust of Steffy, which isn't the first time Brooke has been suspicious of Steffy, but this time she feels more strongly that Steffy is deliberately trying to disrupt Hope's life. Brooke believes that Steffy is acting as revenge for Hope's unwanted kiss with Finn, an event that has caused Steffy to constantly criticize Hope, even though Hope has apologized. However, what is noteworthy is not only Brooke's simple criticism. She did not simply express her anger, but also made a specific request for Finn to do something to stop this situation before it became more serious. Brooke emphasized that Steffy constantly criticized Hope every time they met, and this made her feel extremely dissatisfied. From Brooke's perspective, Finn was the one who could give his wife advice to help Steffy control her emotions and actions. This was a strategic move by Brooke, because if Finn could influence Steffy, the situation would be easier to control. However, the story did not stop at asking Finn to convince his wife. Brooke posed an implicit question, putting Finn in a situation where he had to prove his loyalty. This was not a coincidence, but a subtle move by Brooke to push Finn into action. She doesn't want to directly accuse Finn, but by raising the possibility that Finn may have feelings for Hope, Brooke puts him in a situation where he has to either come clean about his feelings for Steffy or face the fact that he may not be completely faithful. One of the key points in Brooke's actions is maternal love. She can't stand seeing her daughter being constantly criticized. Even though Hope admits her mistake and apologizes for the kiss with Finn, Steffy never misses an opportunity to criticize and condemn Hope. This makes Brooke feel the need to intervene more strongly. From her perspective, if the situation is not resolved, the relationship between the characters will become more tense, and this will not only affect Hope, but could destroy Finn and Steffy's family. Brooke clearly felt that Steffy was suffering from a lot of psychological pressure. After the incident of Steffy being locked in an iron cage by Luna for many days, Brooke began to worry that these events could be the beginning of a series of psychological problems. Being imprisoned for a long time not only hurt the body, but also caused great mental shock. For someone like Steffy, who had experienced many tragedies in her personal life and family, her mental health seemed to be on the brink. In addition, what worried Brooke equally was the complicated relationship between Finn and Hope. The incident of Finn kissing Hope, although Finn and Hope apologized, but Steffy seemed unable to forget this. Brooke noticed that Steffy seemed to be overly obsessed with Finn, possibly having an affair with Hope. This suspicion not only made the relationship between Steffy and Finn tense, but was also the main reason why Steffy constantly criticized Hope. Thinking too much about this potential betrayal could make Steffy fall into a state of mental instability. Brooke can't help but wonder if Steffy is suffering from a mental illness similar to Thomas's previous case. Remembering when Thomas had a serious problem with a brain tumor, this directly affected his behavior and perception. But Brooke thinks that continuing to develop the plot about a tumor or similar pathology would be too repetitive and boring for the audience. This happened to Thomas before, and if Steffy also fell into the same scenario, it would not bring new surprises or excitement to the story. Instead, in Brooke's opinion, Steffy seems more likely to be diagnosed with a mental disorder and depression. After the repeated shocks of being held captive by Luna and the fear of being threatened by Hope, Steffy is at high risk of falling into a state of severe depression. This not only causes Steffy to lose control of her emotions, but also leads to impulsive and thoughtless actions. This condition can be the premise for unpredictable behavior, and the consequences of which can be more serious than anyone can imagine. If Steffy really falls into a state of severe depression, the consequences can be dire. Brooke worries that Steffy, in a state of mental disorder, may no longer think clearly and start looking for ways to get revenge on Hope. This leads to a dark scenario. Could Steffy become so aggressive that she wants to completely eliminate Hope from her life? Steffy's hatred and obsession with Hope being a threat to her marriage to Finn could cause her to lose control and take more dangerous actions. The most dramatic scenario that Brooke can think of is that Steffy might try to kill Hope in her depressed and stressed state of mind. Steffy might see eliminating Hope as the only solution to protect her marriage. This is not an impossible situation on The Bold and the Beautiful, where family conflicts are often pushed to dramatic climaxes. Steffy, in an effort to protect her life and marriage, might resort to desperate actions, and eliminating Hope from Finn's life is an option that she could consider. If Steffy actually acts in this direction, the plot of the show will be pushed to a whole new level. Steffy becoming uncontrollable and trying to kill someone will make the story much more tense and interesting. Viewers will not be able to take their eyes off Steffy's complex psychological developments, as well as watch how other characters in the story react to her actions.